Okay. Are you guys there? Will we see you? Do we know? Do we know? There we are. Cool. How are you guys? Are you there? Hop up there. I'm just waiting on comments. I don't know. Maybe I'm
I just
talking.
wish
It's not
they
even
knew
on.
what you were talking about before we
I
came
know.
on the
Well,
air live.
we don't need to
I
share
wish
everything.
they
We
knew
don't.
that. Could see you.
So, how is everybody? Are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, hi, Linda. Hi, Monica. Hi, Anita. There we go. Folks are there. So, we're glad to be back with you. We're almost, I was going to say it's almost like doing a show, but it's actually nothing like doing a show. But we are glad to be back with this. We appreciate you guys rolling with it when we called an audible the day that Charlie passed away. So we could spend an hour talking about how much Charlie meant and still means to us. He was an early supporter of ours, kind to us from the very first moment we ever met him, and that never stopped. It's, when we would read what people were writing after he passed away, everybody comments on what a true gentleman he was, because he was the best. So
I forget, but the we did some sort of TV show production that Charlie did read the documentary on us.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the coolest thing
Yeah.
because he had like the coolest accent.
Yeah, that voice
in the world. So
yeah, he was he was awesome, and it's because we worked with him last summer. I guess was the last show we played with him, and I mean Charlie was just flat out amazing. I mean, it didn't matter what his age was. He was still full tilt out there.
Charlie would bring it.
Yeah. So and there's really nothing you can do that's going to follow Devil Went Down to Georgia. So whoever would have to go on after Charlie at a festival, you're like, man, you better bring your A game because you can't follow that song. So it's
I'd say there were some big cheers on his arrival.
I would say so. I would say so, and I don't think he probably had to look hard for a fiddle because something tells me they had one waiting on him. So yeah,
of gold.
And he's got a couple of bandmates up there with him, so I'm sure there's quite a good time up there for all of them. So, but we do appreciate you guys
being understanding.
Yeah, being understanding of that. So it's awesome to see just everybody popping up there for all.
Hello from Wyoming.
From Frog Jump, Tennessee. Holy cow, what an awesome name is that. And we got California, Clarksville. Oh, yeah. West Tennessee. All right. North Coast. Let me just start right out. So many of you have asked, are you coming back to fill in the blank? And there could be no more difficult question right now than knowing what's up in terms of shows and booking. So we're going to play any show that is safe for us to go play. We would love to get back out there and play. So we are indeed in hopes that those are going to happen. And in places we don't get to this year, God willing, next year will be so busy
a lot of the stuff has been pushed to next year. Yeah. So if we were scheduled to come see you this year up to this point, chances are that there's
a lot of stuff that's rolled into
be back
into
next
year. So because believe me,
and if not, hit the road and come see us.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, exactly. Everybody can take a road trip together. We can take a road trip to get there. You can take a road trip to get there. Everybody has a good time.
The biggest dilemma right now is us figuring out how we're going to social distance on the bus.
Right.
So,
I mean, some people's personalities take care of that. But, wow, will you guys be touring with Garth Brooks? If you can make that happen, we would love that.
I would love to tour.
Would love that.
Yeah.
Love Garth, love Trisha, love that band he's got out there.
Only if Trisha would cook for us. That would be kind of the deal. If we could tour with Garth, eat Trisha's cooking.
I would be willing to give Mark's portion of whatever we were paid to make that happen. So, Trisha, if you're listening, the $7.50 that I pay Mark per show, I will give straight to you for the food fund if you'll cook for us. So, wow, some folks from Oregon. We've had a bunch of people from Oregon posting. We love it out there, So I hope we get back there sooner than later. Believe me. Chuck saying Charlie Daniels is a true legend.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Hello from Salt Lake. Love it, love it, love it.
Paris, Kentucky.
Man. So, how are you guys? I mean, are you hanging in there? Are you going nuts without getting to go see live music? I'm not talking about just coming to see us, but I personally am going nuts because I would go to live music all the time. So I'm kind of, I'm driving my neighbors crazy because I'm here all the time. So thank goodness I have Mark who's willing to listen to everything I need to say.
And
So,
he says a lot.
I do.
He doesn't actually stop talking.
Oh, you named your son after us? That's awesome. Thank you. I hope that kid behaves. You know what I'm saying? Don't be whipping on Sawyer.
Dayton, Ohio in the house.
Yeah. And Karen, I just saw you roll by there. Awesome. Good to see you popping up there. Some folks remember from Star Search. Very cool. Well, one of the questions that got sent in was, do you remember the first song you learned?
Yeah, that I learned and played guitar to it.
I don't know. I think there's any number of ways.
Oh wow! Probably "Your Cheating Heart" by Hank Williams Sr. for me.
Wow. Well, mine was a Bible song, but that really probably says more about me than it does. It's okay that you grew up the way you grew up and you learned cheating songs. That's cool. Mine was "Jesus Wants Me for a Sunbeam." So I'm not saying that.
I can't even say anything right now because
Right?
what I want to say to you, I can't say.
You can't say because
live on Facebook,
because I just I just brought it. But anyway, that's the first song I remember learning. So I mean, we didn't do "Your Cheating Heart" at my church, but I bet it was a crowd pleaser.
I think that's what they meant was what I'm saying. They all know that I would have sang "Jesus Loves Me" in church.
Yeah, you do know that's a really inclusive me, right? That's not just you.
I think it was
We'll
just
talk
me.
about sharing the Lord later. But anyway.
Hey, can I see on my shirt?
Yeah,
Right
get in there, Popka. Big
Popka,
APK.
yeah.
Hometown love, hometown pride.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, young. Yeah, Ray McLeod. Oh, yeah. Young friends, I like that you're grading on a curve there, but I appreciate that. So here's one, and you can either answer this or I will, if you choose to be like shy and humble. Which Sawyer Brown hits did Mark Miller write?
All of them.
Okay, so we're not going to go the humble route. Okay, I was thinking, well, he's going to go like, well, I don't want to brag on myself, but apparently that's not a brag.
You go ahead and answer this.
Step That Step, which technically had a co-writer that got no publishing money whatsoever on that particular song. But no, I'm kidding. But I will brag on myself. I am the reason Step That Step was on that first record.
It's true.
I held my breath. I pitched a fit until we cut that song.
There were people who thought it was
There were people who didn't get it.
Too ahead of its time, and listening to it now,
I mean,
think
it was. Yeah, well, it wasn't what everybody else was doing, but that's the reason I wanted to cut it. Again, I didn't do it for any financial benefit, which didn't come.
But I will say this. I mean, just to let you all know. So we're driving across Arkansas in JoJo's panel van.
Yes, we were.
It's the middle of the night, and I start coming up with the song, and Hobie had a pencil and paper. He actually wrote it. I wrote it, but he wrote it down, I guess you could say.
We're splitting hairs here, but yeah, okay. Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm kidding.
I never really said this, but like as I'm writing it in my head, I'm thinking, man,
singing it.
No, I'm thinking like all these jazz chords and these fifth augmented things going on, and when I sat down to play it, it was the same three chords I'd always.
The great ones, 3 chords and the truth, baby. That's all you need. Yeah. But I kid a lot, but I love that song, and I really did.
Keep going with the list.
Shaken. We go skip ahead to the big biggies, like Some Girls Do, Thank God for You, Boys and Me. Dirt Road.
Hard to Say.
Yeah.
Drive Me Wild, along with Hobie.
That's
Dirt
right.
Road, along with Hobie.
Yeah.
Hobie.
You ain't woman enough to take my man. Don't come home and drinking with loving on your mind. These are just a few. He wrote some songs as Loretta Lynn. It'll say by Loretta Lynn, but it was
The very first song I got recorded that I wrote was by
Reba McEntire.
Yep.
Over, Under, and Around on the Reba McEntire Unlimited album, Boys and Girls.
1982. Yeah,
1982. Yep. So, I mean, did we make Reba? Some might say that, but it's cool. It's cool. But yes, Mark did. He wrote a bunch of stuff. It's and in the beginning, in particular, people didn't really know what kind of songs to send us. They weren't sure. They couldn't figure out what box they wanted to put us in, as opposed to just letting us do what we do. And so we really, relied on being able to come up with material from within. So that was a huge help. Still is.
Wow.
So
that was good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. Thank God. Yep, these are all as people are now weighing in on the songs that Mark wrote. This is true. He's written a bunch. Drive Me Wild was a hilarious video, fun video. That was a fun one.
That was very fun.
Again, that was Mike Solomon, the guy who did so many videos for us, and Mike had.
He did actually all except a few.
Really, I mean, probably almost any of the ones you guys would remember were ones that Mike did, and always came up with great ideas. And with Drive Me Wild, it was like, I mean, we wouldn't even worry about what
we do have to give him the credit, because conceptually he came up with the ideas. We were doing touring and doing so many albums we were basically on an album per year. So when it come time to do videos, we really trusted Mike. And in the beginning, he came out on the road. He hung out with us. He studied our personalities, and we knew he really kind of got the band. Yeah. And he knew our humor as well. So
and you might look at a treatment, and there'd be a page that just says "Trust me."
Yeah.
And be like, okay. Yeah,
we did.
We can do that because there was never one that he didn't.
He is the man.
He is the man. He made just great stuff because he recognized that he wanted the videos to be of a quality that they can stand on their own. So hopefully you have a really good song, and then you make something around that also can stand on its own merit, and he definitely did. Oh, thank you for mentioning Traveling Shoes. That's another one that Mark and I wrote together, which was a record.
The thing is, I mean, we wrote a lot of the stuff that weren't singles on the albums. So that was, I would say probably every album we wrote 70 to 80%.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of stuff, and
some of my favorites were not singles.
And a couple of people had asked about that. Were there songs that you really liked that either weren't chosen as singles, or ones that might have been chosen as single that didn't maybe find the audience that you thought they would?
Well, I like your. I hate to even say this, but Passion Train.
Oh, thank you.
I thought was really cool. Your Faith in Me. That do you remember that?
Yeah.
I always thought that could have been a single.
Yeah.
Going all the way back, we would play this at Soundcheck, Lady of the Evening.
Oh, Lady of the Evening, and also Broken Candy. Both off that first record that still to this day people will ask about that. Yeah. Because we always approached it like you wanted, folks to be able to enjoy all 10 or 11, whatever many songs they would let us put on a record. We wanted all of them to be the kind of songs.
And we put as much thought and energy and creativeness into the album cuts as we did the singles, because when we were making an album, we did not know what the singles were going to be. That went across the thing.
Well,
and
I did. I was wondering, did you all just see that? That it's time for me to update my Adobe
now you have to
Flash Player. Here's my little word of advice to Adobe.
He didn't.
How many times do we have to update?
Hunter Miller, our director and producer, is over
didn't
here.
see it. So now I'm just rambling about Adobe.
Something they didn't see.
Yeah. And why would you? Okay, you knew that Mark skied at Disney, but what did all the other guys do beforehand?
Nothing.
Well, now I had quite a career in the food services industry, as we like to call it, for those of us who wear smocks. Um, I worked at Pizza Hut. I know it sounds like I'm bragging. Pizza Hut. I also worked at a mom and pop pizza place in my hometown. And then when I moved to Nashville, I also worked in a pizza restaurant, and which I won't name because the pizza was terrible. And then also like just kind of a drugstore diner. So I've always worked in restaurants, except for now, assuming I'm not still waiting on people. Um, like a waiter that doesn't get tipped.
Don't point.
By the way.
Jim, I think Jim's always been in bands.
Jim's always been in bands.
Always, like.
And same with JoJo.
Yeah.
And Shane, I think actually, because Shane's family had a band even when he was growing up. So those guys have sort of been in music.
Well,
all the time.
And Duncan was with Glenn Fry,
mm-hmm.
and then the Amazing Rhythm Aces, and he was part of the Muscle Shoals rhythm section.
Yeah.
As well. So
yeah,
I think Hobie and I are the only one who had real jobs.
Who had real jobs? Yeah.
Mine was real cool though.
I'll guarantee you, Jim Skelton's never worn a smock. I'm telling you that right now. Take that to the bank, boys and girls.
Yeah.
But speaking of Glenn Fry makes me think. Not that the Eagles need me to do PR for them, but if you haven't seen the Eagles concert that is on ESPN that features our buddy Vince Gill in there, it is incredible. I mean, it's like an embarrassment of riches. There are so many great singers and guitarists up there. So it's really a special thing. I don't know if you guys have checked that out yet, but it's really worth watching. It's 3 hours of just incredible music, start to finish. And we love us some Vince Gill around here, so that's a pretty awesome thing.
So I've had people all the time will ask me, who's the most talented guy in Nashville? And the first name out of my mouth.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
It's not you.
Oh, sorry.
The first name out of my mouth is Vince Gill.
Yeah.
Vince has
another level.
Come and hung out with us in the studio and sang with us and played and Vince
it's a story for another day, but one of my funniest experiences ever singing in the studio was with Vince. Yeah. I shouldn't have even brought that up because no, I cannot tell you the story.
You can't tell the story.
I can't tell the story, but believe me, it's about as hard as I've ever laughed in my life.
Yeah, and Vince provided the entertainment.
And Vince provided the entertainment, and I still laugh about it, and I still mention it to him fairly regularly too when I see him at breakfast. So
truly, also like Mr. Charlie Daniels, one of the great guys in our business, Vince Gill.
Yeah,
can't say enough.
Yeah, talented and always willing to help out in any way that he can, which is pretty incredible.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody came to see us every year in Logan, Utah. Man, we love it.
Oh, love
Logan,
Utah.
Now, God willing and the creek don't rise, we're supposed to be back out in Utah in November. So let's all say our prayers that does, in fact, end up happening. Homestead in My Heart, that's a Duncan song, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Great song. Duncan wrote him a couple of just beautiful songs that we cut, speaking of really good songwriters.
One song we sang at Brooks.
That's right. I Will Leave the Light On.
Which was we sang at that Duncan wrote. We sang at Brooke Behringer's.
Yeah, it was one of Brooks' all-time favorite songs. So, so I listen to The Walk right now. I got to say, I mean, for me, that's probably my very favorite Sawyer Brown song. I shouldn't say it anywhere near you because you'll just get a big head. But I love that song, and I love it every single night. And we've sung that song for a long time. But I never get tired of that song. Loved it from the first second I heard it. So, and I was lucky that I was like the first person to get to hear it. So, yeah, I was. I just, you hang around outside people's windows long enough, you hear kind of everything. But the fishing in the Piney is awesome, dude. Is this an invitation? Bring it.
Yeah, that was.
Bring it.
Yes.
Do y'all actually sing anything? We do. I don't know that you're going to hear it tonight, although you never know. You gotta hang in there. I don't
We
think so.
got to try to get back in the studio and do some live stuff. So.
We do want to do that because, yeah.
You're just kind of lazy.
Dude,
I have been on you about us going back, and you kept going, yeah, okay, we'll do it.
so lame.
We'll do okay.
So lame. You know where you find me every day? Right at that piano.
No, over
I mean,
there.
that's not my piano, but if it
There.
were, I would be at that.
On the
I would
couch.
Well, you're judging. Don't be a judge. Okay, Oregon Jamboree. Yep, I agree with you. We need to come back. Several people have mentioned Nashville, Little Nashville. Bring it. Oh, somebody watched Vince and Reba of the Opry. Wasn't that awesome? That was very cool. What an awesome combination. They did the Opry on Saturday night. So, yeah. Okay, let's go for some other. Have you ever been pitched a song that became a hit for someone else? I don't know if we want to say the song, but yeah, we have.
Yeah,
I mean,
and what you have to understand is and especially in the early days, we were pitched quite a few songs that went on to become hits for other people. But if we had the choice to do it, we would make the same choice because it just didn't fit what we were either doing at the time, and it had nothing to do with the song as much as the flavor of kind of where we were at.
Yeah, I can think of one in particular that it came around twice, and it's a wonderful song. And the person that ended up having a hit on it was the person that was meant to have the hit on it.
Yeah,
it really wouldn't have worked with us, I don't think, but it did for that person. And that's the awesome thing is you want a song to find the right home. That's because I listen to music all the time, and you can tell when you hear something that's like it's just a perfect match with that particular singer. So, and thank you, Lynn, for that incredibly kind comment about Passing Train. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're always going back to stuff that you wrote.
Interesting how that happens, isn't it? I learned from the best.
God,
I learned from the best.
What an
that.
ego.
So, and of course, most of you have, let's be real, expressed your disappointment that the Frank Miller project has not come out on iTunes yet. And here's what all I can tell you is I'm doing everything that I can do to make this happen.
He still writes the checks.
I know. I think I'm perilously close to getting fired over this, but I really do believe this. Question. I just saw that come by, Keith. What instruments do each of us play?
Wow. What do you play?
In the band.
I think you're over on the left.
I'm over there.
I've never really.
But you never looked over
I've
there.
never,
So you would never know. You would never know.
What do you play?
I do play some piano. But
I've seen you do this with a little
with my little
Mando.
Or sometimes a ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
I taught myself just enough mandolin to use it to write with, and just enough guitar.
You play guitar.
Mm. Yeah, I know people who really play guitar, so I wouldn't say that out loud, but I do play it enough to write with it. Mark plays guitar and piano because he's not going to answer that. I know he's going to just skirt right around that question.
You may play Lean on Me.
Hello from the Curtis Webb family. Well, God bless you guys. It's awesome to hear from y'all. How
many percussive instruments? Doesn't JoJo play like 100?
It was 300 when I wrote the very first bio in 1980.
How do
which
you
he did this
have
day?
300
Well, he still says
instruments?
He says
that, but
he says I oversold. He
says
he never told me that.
Like playing a salt shaker.
So now,
a knife.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Here. I'm going to play these glasses.
So, but no, that guy can play everything and can play every kind of music. That's what's amazing is he plays what we do.
Country and Western.
Country, right. Both the two main categories of music, country and Western. And then don't let me forget, we're going to talk about Yellowstone. So we're going to get back to something else.
Ooh.
But he also plays, he's played with the Nashville Symphony at Carnegie Hall. So it's like he plays a little bit of everything. He has much more class than the rest of us. Let's be honest. Although he eats potted meat, so I don't know. I guess it's all in how you define class. I made that up before I hear about that from Joe and or his friends. But I think he might eat potted meat. I couldn't swear to that. Anyway, it sounded good.
Wow.
It sounded good.
Huh?
Farmer Tan, Yep.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you have a grand piano in Nunley, Tennessee? Well, you had a grand old time in Nunley, Tennessee.
Yes, I did.
I do know that.
I love
So-
Nunley, Tennessee.
Has anybody ever told you, and I know this is for Mark, that you look like Michael Keaton? Yes, including Michael Keaton.
Yes.
We did the Tonight Show with Michael Keaton, and he's like, "Oh, I get that. I see that." So there you go. Came right from the man himself.
I am Batman.
Right? Best. Can we say best Batman ever?
Michael
Is
was
that the kind
best.
of thing, or I don't want to get an argument going here.
Michael Keaton.
What's
Well-
up, Ty Hancock? But yeah, Michael Keaton.
Was that Ty?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Ty. He's afraid he's missing out on something right now.
I know. Well, we're here, man. We got you.
Tell
Yeah.
your brother to put us on TikTok.
Right? Could he help us out here?
Yeah.
Come on. Who would be your bucket list to perform with? Whoa. Man.
Maybe. Well, the Eagles would be up there.
The Eagles wouldn't.
Yeah,
I think.
the Stones. I'd probably want to do the Stones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be cool. No, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't turn down the chance to do a show with Tina Turner. In fact, I would go so far as to say I would kill to do a show with Tina Turner. But
She didn't tour anymore.
and no, that's why it's a dream that may have
So that
passed me
was
by.
a stupid answer.
I deal with this, boys and girls,
She doesn't tour.
all the time. Maybe she's just waiting, right?
I want to tour with Garth Brooks.
Who's going to make that happen? Can somebody make that happen? Let's do that. And then the Trisha Cooking thing.
Blair
needs to
Masters
happen.
is in his
Right.
band now.
And so are Bob and Vicky.
Yeah.
We've
Bob and
got
Vicky.
the end. By all rights,
Yeah.
we should already be out there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. And we also love that guy. So that would be cool. When are we going to go on the road again? Boy, I wish I knew the answer to that one.
We're
Theoretically soon,
soon,
but we will.
We have to make sure that it's safe for everybody.
Yeah.
In the audience.
Yeah, that's the thing is making sure that everybody can.
And
Keep
if we
some
come out,
distance.
you have to make sure that you do your part, because we've seen some of these artists that have gone out and tried to do a show for you, and they've
Not you, because we
gotten-
know you guys would behave. But it's what it is. You just got to get out
you
there
should
and figure
behave,
out.
people.
Yeah, well, that's
You
what
should behave.
believe me. I heard that every night of my life growing up. Someone just posted, and this is funny. Do you have more hats or do I have more plaid shirts?
Wow.
That's good, because I do have a lot of plaid shirts. I do, and black shirts.
I think somebody said something about my hair looking good today.
That's good.
Thank you.
All right, Cindy Martin. Yes, Michael Keaton, best Batman ever.
Barbara Shelley,
What's up?
Popka Proud.
And
You got
Ivan
that
Kelly.
right.
Ivan Kelly just finished reading Torch. And by the way, we just missed David Shelley's birthday, so this is a shout out to David Shelley.
My
Sorry.
coach's book is out
Yep.
from college.
Torchy.
Torchy. Need
Torchy is
to
out.
Throw some love out. You guys got to read it. Chapter 29. I had the honor to write.
Yep.
So please, it's
So he's now officially written more books than he's read, which is cool. Someone
it's
did.
called Torchy.
Someone did. Yes.
Torchy.
Someone
Get
did
it.
post. Do you have?
It's on Amazon.
Do
can get it
you
on
have
Amazon.
a favorite book or movie?
Ooh,
And
they said Mark Miller is much better looking than Michael Keaton.
thank you, Frank. Appreciate. It's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear from you. Yeah. So favorite book or movies? Man, for me that could take a while. But one of my favorite movies. Let me. You know what? Here's the thing. If I mention a movie, I don't want to hear from people that there was a cuss word in it, because there could be. So I don't. I'm just saying. Maybe I won't mention movies. Yeah, I don't want to get it.
I'll mention movies because I never let
This
a
for
book
me-
get in
this-
the way of me, watching a good movie. So,
What?
did I say that right?
What? No.
No. I love movies. I can't sit still long enough to read books. Something like that. I got to say, mine are Hoosiers and the Rookie. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Jim Morris, who's got a new book out, who was the Rookie.
I know.
That I am friends with.
Well,
very close. And he has a new book out.
He does have a new
He
book
told
out.
me some great backstory on that. A lot of, and most of that whole movie is true. There's a little Holly. He said there's a little Holly.
Oh, but what a great!
The Rookie.
What a great
Jim
movie.
Morris.
Yeah, well, I can't talk. Probably can't talk.
You can't.
But I will tell you this.
What about Ring the Bell?
Right, Ivy League Farmer.
Yeah.
Come on, these.
Where the Fast Lane ends.
Mm-hmm.
Those three movies.
Where the Fast Lane ends, if for nothing else, watch it for the theme song. That's
You're shameless.
All I'm
Shameless.
is the theme song. A theme song can make a movie. I think we all do, and that one, right over the edge, right over the top,
You're putting me over the edge.
right over the top.
Now.
But I've kept a list of everything I've watched since this quarantine has begun, and I'm on the third page because I don't even remember what I watched in March, and I wanted to see how much time was I spending. Clearly a lot, because I've watched a ton. So if you need movie recommendations, I could probably hook you up. So keep those calls and cards coming. Christmas album. I would love to do another Christmas album. If I were king of the forest, we'd do one every year. Here again, I'm going to plug somebody's record that I haven't even heard yet, but I know it's going to be great. Carrie Underwood, I just saw, is going to have a Christmas record this year. That's all I need to know. 2 things. Christmas, Carrie Underwood. Boom. Done. I'm in. I will buy a copy of that and listen to it. I already know this. Okay. Again, she doesn't need me to play music for her because, she's doing okay without me.
Carrie Underwood.
I love Carrie Underwood. That is a singing girl right there. So let me see this comment. I think you would be hot with Tina Turner. I thought that since like 72. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. Okay. Best movie, Medicine Man. Okay. Is that a recommendation? Okay, cool. I do still have some of my Batman stuff. A lot of my Batman stuff I gave to Mark's son Gunner when G was a wee tyke. So that's where most of that stuff, that's where
I have to give a shout out to my boy Gunner. He is in his 3rd year of med school, and he is rocking the white coat, people.
Yeah, it's like
rocking the white coat. I was just up there with him this weekend, and he is into it. He is helping make people better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need that.
And he can play a mean guitar. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah. He's like his cousin Hunter.
Right? Who is working on an album with his father, Frank.
Oh, God.
So I see like some synergy here. Things are kind of all coming together. Okay.
I would love to see Frank Pink slip you. Like just fire you.
Every day when I go to the mailbox,
you're this close.
if I have an envelope that's got Sawyer Brown,
Madison Brown.
Has anybody? I told you argue like 2 old ladies on a park bench. Well, interestingly enough, that was the first name of the band. It was 2 old ladies on a park bench, and okay, I can't even finish my comment. Do we watch Ozark on Netflix? I'm obsessed with Ozark on Netflix. Okay.
I got to get back to my daughter, Madison
I
Brown,
know.
I got to plug her TV show, Chasing Down Madison Brown. It's on RFD TV, still on Thursday nights, and we'll be going into syndication this fall. So you got to check out Chasing Down Madison Brown.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to read a question at the same time.
You're texting.
Well,
You're texting. Hey, I have to say something. So I'm at a stoplight today.
Do you see what that text is
about?
Don't
I don't care.
Talk about
I don't care.
I have to answer that.
You can't text and Facebook Live.
I
So,
know. If
so
in any other
listen to my
circumstance, I
story.
would not do
This
this.
happened 3 times today. I'm at a stoplight. There's 3 lanes. The light turns green. I'm in the middle lane behind the car that's in front. No one's going anywhere.
Oh, because the first person's texting.
No, all 3 cars in all 3 lanes are texting.
Okay, that
So,
story would work right now
lay-
if I were in a car.
I lay on the Sawyer Brown horn,
Mm.
just so you know. And it happened again today.
Wow. Nancy Carroll, I just saw that book recommendation go by. My sister-in-law just recommended that book.
Oh, someone said I love Madison
Educated.
Brown.
And who doesn't love Madison Brown? I love Madison Brown. Big time. Big time.
Oh, they
President
said
of the
Mrs.
fan club.
Miller was my teacher, my mom.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool.
Gotta love
Jim
gotta love
Farmer.
her. No, Mike Farmer.
Mark.
Do you still play any basketball?
Yes. Yes,
Wow.
I do. Full court. I can still throw down.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Hunter, is this true?
Yes.
Ish.
Oh.
Okay. I love it.
Oh!
Don't try to get. He's young. Don't try to get him to lie. This is not good. You have enough to answer for. You don't need.
You
to
want
add
to
that.
play me?
Yeah. As a matter
Thank
of
you.
fact. Yeah. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact. Hunter Miller is awesome. The real deal. Artist, producer, writer. Preach. Yes, that is true. That is true. But I'm telling you, it's next level when you hear him with his dad. That's all I'm saying. Is as great as his
Dude,
solo
you're-
stuff
you're-
is.
Like, you're in trouble.
Let's hear the walk. Well, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. What message did you want to share with 800-pound Jesus? That
What message did I want to share? Did I say I wanted to share a message about 800-pound Jesus?
No, that's the question. I would.
Oh.
I'm going to go with since that just landed
oh,
like a
I
lead
thought you
balloon.
were. Okay.
Whoo, work with me,
I
Gladys.
thought you were.
Work with
yeah,
me.
Okay.
I think Paul really hit that one out of the park. Paul Thorne wrote that song.
I think a
And
message
that
of
message
hope.
it really
Of
is. I
hope.
think of hope about being caught in those arms,
Yeah.
both literally and metaphorically.
Yeah.
Is pretty amazing.
That's
one of the
when you fall, if
powerful
you land
things.
in Jesus' arms, you're
Yeah.
in pretty good shape.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was a message of hope.
Yeah,
And Paul Thorne wrote it.
and just such a cool song because he's just.
I loved
That's
the
right.
video.
Yes, somebody asked about the video.
Yeah.
What memories you had about the video and whether you liked the video.
I love the video because it was, there was a guardian angel, and Paul Thorne played the guardian angel, and I believe that they are here, and that video really was. I will say this: we probably had more input on the creativeness of that video than most.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
great song, great video, and great message.
Yeah. Yeah. So somebody just posted that Ryan Bingham is a great. I don't even know if I would call Brian up and coming because when you have an Oscar, you're probably here. He won an Oscar for the Jeff Bridges movie, but it does bring me back around to Ryan Bingham was also in the first season of Yellowstone. Are you guys watching Yellowstone? Come on now. If you're not watching Yellowstone, do yourselves a favor.
My boy Brent Walker.
That's right.
He's in 5
Buddy of-
episodes
yeah.
of Yellowstone.
Buddy of ours just got punched by Rip
Yeah.
on Sunday night.
Rip yanked him across the fence
Right across
and
that
body
fence.
slammed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you've hit the dirt in Yellowstone, you're here. You've made it, Brent. You're in.
Oh, someone just said, do you choose the Lakers to win the championship? No.
That hurts.
No.
That's gotta hurt.
No.
That's gotta hurt.
Not a fan. Sorry. Don't care if I hear about it. I'm not a fan of the Lakers. Thank you.
Jenna just posted all the Miller kids are amazing, and that is true. That is true. Every single one of them, and now they've got great kids of their own. It's like the blessing that just keeps on going. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but their granddad Frank's working on a record. So I guess I don't know. I mean, could we get ask Hunter? Does he sing?
Just so you guys know, Frank is
Everybody?
my brother. He manages our band,
Yeah.
and he is not making a record. and he is
Wait.
ready to strangle him as we speak. So,
first of all,
it's a private joke. Private jokes don't go over well live on Facebook.
They do.
Like
They go over really well.
People are saying he is so dumb.
Well, I'm okay with that. Again, I've heard this since as long as I can remember.
Right.
So we're good with that. Got a couple of people mentioned Gypsies on Parade, which was also an early favorite of mine. Another one that Mark wrote.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Brian. This is your 20th anniversary, Brian Peckwell. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Yeah, cool. When are we coming to Jonesboro, Arkansas? I wish I knew.
Wish we were on our way.
I know, right? Get on that bus and go anywhere. Hoping we remember how to find our way to the bus. A bunch of you guys have mentioned Dollywood, which was also a blast for us back in the
Love
days.
Dollywood.
Play there like a little bit each month during the summer. Fun shows. The building was air conditioned, which was primo. Let's just be honest. In the summer.
You're so soft.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Smalls. Sometimes a Hero. Well, thanks for mentioning that song. That's another one that Mark and I wrote. That was on. I don't even remember which album now. But it goes back.
It was way back.
It does go way back. Okay, Karen loves Yellowstone. Good, right? I knew you were going to have great taste when it comes to that. So let's see if we got another one here. What's your favorite meal?
Wow, I'm a pretty big fan of Mexican food.
Yeah.
So, hot plate of greasy cheese enchiladas and onions.
Yeah, can't go.
So,
and right, this by the way is
we have some fresh guac that my wife made.
Yes.
So hence the Mexican food. I have some chips. She made that for him.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is like
don't know why.
I believe me, I don't either, but it's
don't know why.
Twice. So
is Mark still a Celtic fan and jazz fan? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Also, I like the Pacers because Larry is with the Pacers now.
Yeah.
And my boy Kevin Pritchard is there. I love the Milwaukee Bucks.
So are you guys like chomping at the bit now for some basketball?
I am so excited.
I
got tired of watching cornhole, the cornhole tournament.
Man,
when I'm canceling,
when you're building your day around watching that,
cornhole,
it's when you've socially distanced yourself as much as you can. How can Mark be so hyper on stage and quiet off stage?
Yeah.
Wow. How can that be? Yeah. I think quiet off stage might be an overstatement.
Really on stage, I'm just fighting for attention because I've got these guys that.
Yeah, that's it. Come back to the Buffalo area? I hope so.
Oh, the Buffalo boys.
There's the Buffalo
boys
that show
from
up and
Buffalo.
sing Elvira out there in their seats. So there's always that. We've always got that. Randy Shell, hello. And Randy posted, would we do any more songs that had horns on them? Because Randy's a great trumpet player, friend of ours. And
let's do it.
We had stuff on particularly the second record and third record that used horns. So, and boy, did people think we had lost our minds. They couldn't figure out what we were doing, putting horns on stuff. But it was exactly what those songs needed. So that's why we had them on there. So, what else we got? Oh, let's go back to our list. Oh, favorite video. Do you have a favorite video of ours? And do you have maybe an all-time favorite video that's not even one that we did?
Favorite video of ours. I don't know. Baby's Gone was pretty good because it was so cool to work with the Jordanaires. Have to say, I like Drive Me Wild. They mentioned that earlier.
Drive Me Wild was fun. Yeah. For me, 6 Days on the Road really captures us. Guess who didn't turn his phone off in class, people?
Yep. Hannah Kerr. It's Hannah Kerr, and Hannah Kerr is...
Why don't you take that call and you can tell her you're on Facebook Live now?
Hey, Hannah, you're on Facebook Live right now because me and
Say
Hubby are
hello.
doing Facebook Live. Say
Say
hello. You're in front of hundreds and hundreds of
Yes.
thousands of people. Yeah.
And can we just say Hannah's now the cool aunt?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So I get. Okay, I'll call you after. The best Christian female artist
Awesome.
of all time.
Awesome.
I'm talking to
Love-
her right now.
Love her singing. Talk about great Christmas records. Hannah Kerr's Christmas record. Get it now.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's hot and it's July. Get that record.
I can see Amazon is
Right
just
now.
going up to it.
Right now.
I'll call you back in
I
a
want to
little
hear
bit.
about that baby.
Bye.
Hannah's got a new niece.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, thanks for enjoying us since Star Search days. Oh, and Tina just loves you, Mark.
Tina Turner?
No, it is not from Tina Turner.
I think it was.
And my response to that,
I think it was
is
Tina
it
Turner.
helps-
And you're just
it
a
helps
little
not-
upset right now
It helps
that
not to know it.
Tina
It
is.
does. No. We know who Tina Turner's favorite member of this
She's
band.
into the little dancing
We also
man here.
and no, who's Dolly Parton's favorite member of this band? Come on now, don't lie. Who's
Okay.
Dolly's favorite?
All right, you
Okay.
are.
It's all I got going for me now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I've got shirts that say I'm Dolly's favorite. That's what it's come to for me. So, oh man, so many people from Apopka watching. That is just like the best. That is, was, and always will be home. When I hear the word home, that's what I think about is 32703. Now also 32712. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody saw us at Dosey Do's in the Woodlands. That place was really fun. The stage is
that little place?
Yeah. The stage is tiny, but man, was that a blast.
There
And
was no social distancing on that stage.
No, there was no social distancing anywhere. And they
I
had
feel like
killer chicken fried
I feel
steak.
like we're breaking some sort of Tennessee rule right now. I think we're too close. So why don't you slide out of frame?
You know, I can slide right back over to my couch and finish watching Yellowstone's what I can do. You know, I don't know. Do we want to? Yeah. Somebody just had a serious question. I don't know if I want to do a serious one. But yes, Mark, do you remember the tornado in Fort Laramie, Ohio? I can promise you we were.
It was
remember that all too
following
well.
us down the highway.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's the closest and first time that I could really ever
Boy,
saw a tornado.
It was scary. Yeah, we were literally going down the interstate trying to not
outrun it.
Not get caught. Somebody posted Hannah's great, right?
Hannah Kerr.
Come on, her voice
is
amazing.
and
Amazing.
just and has an amazing ministry.
Yeah.
So just
her heart is.
got to give a shout out to my band Casting Crowns that I produced their records. And,
Yep.
And rumor has it we're going to be working on a new Casting Crowns record here this fall.
That's great news.
Yeah.
That's great news.
I've heard some of the stuff Mark's writing, and it's pretty incredible.
And he's the real deal. They all are, but you know the songs that Mark writes. It's the longer you do it, you think, man, can you continue to come up with those songs that are just that good? And he does.
And
Every
I have
time.
to say, my girl Hannah Kerr is just an incredible writer, and you really need to check her out.
Yeah, that's very true. Because it's great records, and her voice is just. She does not sound like anybody else. It's incredible.
It's Hannah.
Yeah. Blew me away the first time I heard it. Loved your music. I won't mention what year I first saw you in concert. You go ahead and mention it. Go ahead. We're good.
Somebody grew up in Ocoee, Florida.
Whoop,
It's
whoop.
where my mom taught school.
Yep, I've got family that lives there in Ocoee. Does Dolly?
Your uncle was the mayor
My
of
uncle
Ocoee.
was the mayor of Ocoee. Now I don't, because that sounds like bragging, but it's true. But I still have aunts and cousins, and it's definitely it's a second home.
You
It's a
notice he
second
doesn't mention he has friends.
I have my TV friends. You know, like the
Yeah,
people in Yellowstone
like-
and Ozark. Those are my
like the
TV
Flintstones.
friends. Exactly.
Your
Those
TV
are my
friends.
TV friends.
Scooby-Doo.
Gosh, you gotta go there, don't you? What are the odds that you are? Well, you know what, Brian? I don't know the odds on that. I hope the odds are good that we play that place that you mentioned there, but I hope that happens. When it comes to the shows, we really so much of it at this moment is out of our hands. So we like you would love to see all these things happen. So yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for coming by and spending some time with us. So our plan is to try to get back in and make some more of the Unplugged series like that we did that you guys were kind enough to watch.
And hopefully we'll get JoJo and Jim.
Yeah. The plan is to get the whole rustle up the whole gang and get in there and make some music. So.
Might even do some covers.
Yeah.
You kind of hesitated right there.
No, I'm up for that.
No, you hesitated.
Dude, I can do this whole night as covers.
No. I've been working on Evan Fitzgerald for 2 weeks now.
I've heard, you know what? I've heard the Evan Fitzgerald almost every day this week.
Yeah.
This past week. Yeah. Yeah. I almost started singing it, but I don't
Toby
know.
Keith called me, name dropping, and he said at his lake house, there's a radio station that plays Used to Blue and Heart Don't Fall Now every day. Like twice a day.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Several of you mentioned Used to Blue and Heart Don't Fall, and would we ever play them live? We do play those live some. So someone got to where he just quit singing them, so I quit playing them. But I still remember. I practice them so that I'm ready when
you're rambling and you're
called
like
up to
stuttering.
the so anyway, yeah, I have had way too much caffeine today. This is true. So anyway, thank you guys, and we'll be in touch. You be in touch. Send those book recommendations, movie recommendations, and we will see you guys again soon. Cheers.